Hi boys and girls, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Agent Tony Says, and today I'm here to take another look at a sample which involves the product rule of calculus. Okay, so here we have the rule. It says that the derivative of a f of x times g of x is equal to f of x times the derivative of g of x plus g of x times the derivative of f of x. Okay, so here's our equation, and here's a sample problem for us to pick apart and see exactly how the derivative works. Now, whenever I encounter any samples that involve the product rule, the first thing I like to do is designate which is f of x and which is g of x. This way, as I'm going step by step and completing the process to find the derivative, it helps me keep these terms straight and identify which goes with which. Alright, so first of all, I'm looking here, and it says that the answer to this f of x times g of x is here. So I'm going to go ahead step by step and put my answer in this form. So firstly, it says that it's f of x, which I have as x to the third power minus x to the second plus x minus 1. And that is to be multiplied times the derivative of g of x, and here's g of x, and I need the derivative. According to the power rule of calculus, the derivative is going to be 3x squared. If you're unfamiliar with the power rule, go ahead and check out my video on the power rule of calculus, and you'll find it useful. Okay, so let's continue. Now I wrote plus because there's a plus here, and now it's g of x, which is right here, and it's times the derivative of f of x. Now here's f of x. Okay, so it looks like this. So g of x is x to the third power plus 2. And now this is the derivative of f of x, which we'll be using the power rule of calculus to pick apart these derivatives. Okay, so x to the third becomes 3x squared. And that's going to be minus 2x plus 1. Alright, so most of the work is done here. I have my answer in its basic form here, but what I like to do is I like to simplify the work and show final product. I'm going to start by distributing the 3x squared into each of these terms. So that's going to be negative 3x squared. Now I'm going to multiply times x. That's going to give me a positive 3x to the third power. Going to multiply times negative x squared. It's going to make negative 3x to the fourth power. And then times positive x to the third power means 3x to the fifth power. Alright, so I got this first half done. Now it's plus whatever happens on the other side. Okay. So now I'm going to distribute these terms into what's next to it here so that I can go ahead and clean up and finalize my answer. Alright, so I'm going to start with the x cubed, multiplying it into 3x squared. That makes 3x to the fifth power. Now multiply it times negative 2x. I get negative 2x to the fourth power. And when I multiply it times 1, I just get back x to the third power. Okay, I'm not done yet. I still have to distribute the 2. Now it's the 2's turn. 2 is going to go here. It's going to make plus 6x squared minus 4x and plus 2. Great. So now I'm one step closer to having a final answer. What I'll need to do is collect my like terms, and I'll start with the highest power. So it looks like the fifth power is the highest one. So I have a 3x to the fifth power. I have another 3x to the fifth power. And so that would give me 6x to the fifth power. Now, looking at the powers of 4, I have a negative 3x to the 4, and I have a negative 2x to the 4. Collecting these powers gives me negative 5x to the fourth, Okay, now I'm looking at powers of 3, or a third power, so I have 3x to the third power, one more x to the third power here, so that would be 4x to the third powers. Okay, now I need to look at the power of 2, or squared. I have a negative 3x squared, and I have a positive 6x squared. When I put these together, I get a plus 3x squared. Alright, x to the first power, I just have 1, so that would be the minus 4x, and don't forget plus 2 here at the end. Great, so we took the derivative, we simplified it, and this is what it looks like. This is the answer that you need for the problem. Great. Well, thank you again for tuning in. Stay tuned for my next episode where I'll be looking at a sample using the quotient rule of calculus in order to find a derivative. Don't forget to like and please subscribe to my channel. I'll see you next time.